Do you think you could get elected in Texas being anti-gun?
Do I think I could get elected in Texas being anti-gun? One thing about if me in politics is to give you a direct statement right there is playing a game that I'm not interested in playing. To give you a direct statement right there.
What's going on, everybody? Hope things are good wherever you are. In this video, we're diving into a clip where the hosts of The View try to bait Matthew McConaughey into making an anti-UN statement. Honestly, The View is some of the worst TV out there, just a bunch of nonsense from people who add nothing of value. Let's jump right into it, and I'll catch you all at the end.
I saw you, not in person, but on TV, was at the men's final at the U.S. Open.
Yes.
You were in Djokovic's box.
Yes.
Ooh. And you were the first hug he gave when he came up to that box. Do you guys go way back? What's the connection there?
Look
at that.
He's first friends with my wife. Camilla right there. Look at her. Yeah, look how happy she is. And then I got to know him through her. We've had a couple dinners along the way, and I'm a big fan.
Yes.
I mean, what a surgeon and a warrior. And the resilience of what he's done, it's amazing. So anyway, I was happy to be in his box. Got to sit behind his parents, which was really awesome to see them when he brings them up and where they started.
Anti-vaxxer?
An anti-vaxxer?
I believe so, yeah. Just saying.
Way to bring it down.
You were in.
I think he just won and ran towards you. Like, I feel like that's what I would do. Like, that's Matthew McConaughey.
I think I was sitting in just the right seat. He was coming down the stairs. I was on the back right up top, so there I was.
You and Camilla have 3 kids. Levi, who's 15,
Yes.
Vida, 13, and Livingston, 10.
Yes.
What kind of dad are you? That's a probably loaded
Kind of
question.
dad.
I'm a good dad.
We got 20 minutes for this answer. I'm working on it. Look, being a dad was the only thing that I ever knew I wanted to be. I knew that at 8 years old. I remember shaking hands with my dad's friend who he would introduce me to, and he was a big sirs and ma'ams man. And I noticed that everyone I would say yes, sir, to over the years when I was 8, it's like, oh, the one thing that's common is they're all fathers. Maybe that's why I'm calling them sir. And I was like, that's my aspiration. That's when you become a sir as a man. And that was my idea when I was 8, and I still believe it in a lot of ways. So, look, as y'all know, those of you who have children, you find out that DNA means a lot more than you thought it did after you have a kid. They come out who they are.
Are they like you?
In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And they're all very particular and different as well.
They're
So
all
we
different.
shepherd them along as parents with an environment that does matter a lot. But boy, they are who they are.
Yeah.
The same things I was writing about their peculiarities when they were 2. They match with who they are, what I'm writing about them today.
I want to applaud you for being so outspoken against violence and gun violence in particular. And you're Texan, and you spoke so passionately at the White House last year in the wake of that shooting at Robb Elementary in your hometown of
That's why we're
Uvalde.
wearing these little pins,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Your wife
Uvalde.
held up one of the victims' green Converse. Her name was Maite Rodriguez. Her mother, Anna Rodriguez, sent these to us. And to learn more about it, you can check our website later. But I remember that you and your wife were very involved there. And now you have launched the Green Lights Grant Initiative to help make schools safer.
Yes.
Please tell us about that.
Thank you for the opportunity to. So what we found out after what happened at Robb Elementary and in many other schools, the first bill was passed in 30 years to help make schools safer, Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, billions of dollars to safe schools. What I find out months after the bill's been passed is that very few applications are going in from the school districts. And for those that are applying, very few are getting granted and awarded. So the money's still there. And we're like, wait, where's the gap? Well, we found out that these superintendents have to fill out these grants to the government. A lot of them are driving the school bus and they're the PE teacher, and this grant process is 50 pages and it's intimidating.
Wow.
And I don't know about y'all, but I have trouble making it through filling a custom card out without having to scratch stuff out. It is intimidating, so they don't have the expertise at the time. The government wants these grants to be filed. They want to spend the money. It's use it or lose it money. And if we don't spend that money that the government has by 2026, it could be reallocated.
In 2021, you considered to run for governor of the state of Texas. Do you think political office is in your future? Can you see that?
If it's where I would deem myself to be most useful,
Yeah.
yes.
Do you think you could get elected in Texas being anti-gun?
Do I think I could get elected in Texas being anti-gun? One thing about if me in politics is to give you a direct statement right there is playing a game that I'm not interested in playing. To give you a direct statement right there.
Joy Behar, in classic fashion, tried to corner Matthew McConaughey and bait him into saying he wasn't pro-gun, but he wasn't having any of it. McConaughey might not be as conservative as some of us, but he's a moderate. And one thing's clear, he's definitely not anti-gun. In this clip, we're going to take a look at a speech he gave at the White House after a school shooting in 2022. It shows exactly where he stands, a voice of reason and moderation that resonates with many on the right. Let's check it out, and I'll see you guys after the clip.
We need responsible gun ownership. Responsible gun ownership. We need background checks. We need to raise the minimum age to purchase an AR-15 rifle to 21. We need a waiting period for those rifles. We need red flag laws and consequences for those who abuse them. These are reasonable, practical, tactical regulations to our nation, states, communities, schools, and homes. Responsible gun owners are fed up with the Second Amendment being abused and hijacked by some deranged individuals. These regulations are not a step back. They're a step forward for a civil society and the Second Amendment.
Let's face it, most Hollywood celebrities lean left, but Matthew McConaughey stands out from the crowd. He's not a hardcore conservative like many of us, but he's a reasonable moderate with a lot of great insights. If you haven't checked out his book Green Lights, I highly recommend it. It's a fantastic read, especially if you value faith, resilience, and self-reflection. I picked it up after watching his interview with Jordan Peterson, and it didn't disappoint. McConaughey has also put in real work through his Green Lights grant initiative, proving he's more about action than empty words. But what impressed me the most was how he handled himself on The View. The hosts tried their usual tricks, pushing him to say something polarizing about gun control, but he didn't take the bait. He wasn't there to give them a headline or play into their agenda. After the 2022 school shooting, McConaughey shared a moderate take on gun rights. He supports owning firearms for self-defense, while acknowledging the need for some gun control measures. It's a stance many people can relate to, reasonable and balanced. Whether you agree with him or not, you have to respect his ability to stay grounded and avoid being dragged into divisive rhetoric. Shows like The View aren't the place for meaningful discussions on complex issues like this. You can't explain such a nuanced topic in a quick soundbite, and McConaughey knew better than to even try. He shut them down without giving them the satisfaction of twisting his words. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to help the channel grow, and drop a comment to share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.